All right. Here we go. Hey folks, here is Will Casterlow here, CEO and founder, and your compliance and cybersecurity trusted advisor here at Triad Cyber Solutions. I'm your host, Will Casterlow, here for this week's Cyber Smart session. Okay, this is our third part series. Hey folks, we got a good one here today. Just want to take a few minutes of your time just to draw your attention to the screen here. And the thing we're going to talk about, one of the things I want to talk about and focus on at this new year, after we're just at day number 30, folks, day number 30 of January already, of the new year of the 2025 season, is ransomware. Ransomware readiness. Wow. What does that really mean for people? And again, so many people are just unaware and just do not have a clue and understand why ransomware is still one of the number one exploits out there to cause vulnerabilities, distractions, destructions in all your business. Okay. And today we're going to talk about how ransomware in 2025 is going to be impactful, how it's going to impact your business. We're going to talk about why you need to choose an operatable business, a partner to make sure you safeguard your business. I'm also going to talk about just some crazy reasons why ransomware also ties to the mix of what you do in your business. There's so many people that still operate on outdated software and outdated equipment. It's so crazy. And people want to save money. They always try to find a way to save money. And again, they're doing it wrong. Look, it's not going to cost you, it may not cost you right now, but it's going to cost you when you do get hit because you're dealing with outdated stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it today. It's going to be a short series of our security cyber smarts session here. And again, I'm talking about ransomware. Ransomware attacks are always on the high rise. They're always shaping into one of the most challenging things that businesses have to appear. And guess what? You don't even know it's there. See, a lot of times you'll end up having a situation where you have older equipment on your network, right? Let's just say you're running Windows 10. You're running Windows 8. You got even a couple Windows 7 machines. Do you all know that what happens as soon as you move one item, other things can happen? See, a lot of folks don't understand that. They think that, oh, well, everything is working. All my emails and the email and the getting online is working. Well, you can't figure, you don't know that because it's like clay, right? When you take a big ball of clay and you ball it up, now it's all sticking together, right? But as soon as you try to go back and repress it out to try to make something else, what happens is sometimes pieces start to crumble, right? Or you start getting little pieces of the clay coming off. Then you got to pick those pieces back up and mash them back together. But what happens is when you take a network that so many of you are being so damn cheap, okay? It's about being so damn cheap that you don't want to upgrade and do what's best for your business. So many people want to save the dollar. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about they want to save a dollar because they feel like, oh, well, I'm not doing that much. I don't have nobody in the office. Or all I'm trying to do is share files. Get it through your head. The problem we have out here nowadays. Now, back in the day, 10 years ago, if you want to sit there and run outdated software, you probably could, and it probably wouldn't bother you as much. Now, you'll be the laughing stock when someone finds out you're working on Windows XP Yeah, Windows XP is one of the best systems out there. I loved it back in the day. Can't complain about it. And then even Windows 7. From Windows XP to Windows 7 is my dream. I loved it. But this is what happens. In a new age today, in a new world today, on how sophisticated systems and networks are, if you run with outdated software, if you run with outdated PCs, if you run with just outdated network equipment, things, as soon as you touch one item, you're going to have exploits of other things happen. I got a story for you where just recently, a chiropractor's office that we picked up, we went to go help a new client. We went to go help a new client, and it was a chiropractor's office. All he needed was a new PC in the front, right, in his front station. He said he needed a new PC here. He had an outdated server that was running server 2003. Server 2003, folks, he was running, okay? When you should be on server 2019 or server 2020, okay? So he was running 2003, and then saying he had an Exchange server that was running, and he wanted to keep that going. I said, number one, the server 2003 is not going to run on a brand new PC. It's not going to run on Windows 11 Pro. It ain't going to happen. Why? It's because the server does not have the qualifications, doesn't have the specifications to meet up to the new and latest standards. So what this person wanted to do was add a new PC in the front, use an old outdated server to connect and still connect everything else. But then he also said he had the system that he was trying to update had Windows 8 on the front PC. He had Windows 8 on the front PC. He had a Windows 10 computer, 2 Windows 10 computers, and then he had 2003. He said he's been trying to get them connected, but they couldn't connect. The 2003, the Windows 10 machines had a home edition, and then the Windows 8 had a home edition. I said, well, number one, by working on a home edition in an office, it's not going to work, period, anyway. You have to be in a professional version of Windows or an ultimate version of Windows for it to work, because it's the type of environment that it needs to be able to talk and connect all the dots. Well, that chiropractor, he still didn't understand it. So as soon as we remove one PC, and then he wanted me to connect the 2003 server with everything else, it was impossible. It can't be done. It cannot be done. Long story short, he had a ransomware virus and the server 2003. He had no backups being done. So he had no recollection of what was going on. His email server has been compromised. His emails weren't working properly. They were always asking for a password. So as a result, we had to pretty much gut it, take whatever we can take from the PC, from his server. We had to extract those files. Then we had to scan for all vulnerabilities possible. His Exchange server, his emails were down. We had to migrate all of that stuff to a newer system to just get them up and running. And we finally got everything up and running. It took 7 days. 7 days, folks. And this is the reason why. The chiropractor wanted to save a damn dollar. And again, he was being too damn cheap. When people run outdated systems, software, hardware, and you think because nothing is going on and you just continuously keep running, you're being a damn fool yourself. You're kidding yourself, not the people. And you're hurting your business. So when you do that, when you work and operate on old stuff, old outdated stuff, it not only puts you behind the times and stuff stops working, but it also compromises you. The gentleman at the chiropractor office, He had QuickBooks. His QuickBooks was compromised. He had no idea that he said he stopped using QuickBooks 2 years ago. Well, in the system, it was showing that he was opening QuickBooks almost every other day. So it was stealing information from him. So what we found out at the end, his emails of 4 individuals in the office were in the dark web. His email server wasn't working properly. That's the reason why it kept asking for a password change. His PCs, all the information, this was a complete mess. So I say this, his whole system from start to finish, by the time we got finished with it, it costed him $17,000. $17,000 to get everything up and running back again, and 7 days loss of no emails, can't get to QuickBooks. He couldn't get to his images, because when he scanned his images to his machine doing doing images like scans and stuff, he couldn't do it because the system was down. So because he wanted to save $1 and work on an inexpensive or out-of-date system, it costed him $17,000 later. And all he wanted to do was upgrade one daggone PC. And the reason why he had to upgrade that one PC is just because he said his Adobe software that was working with the scanning software for scanning images, it wasn't working. But that's because he was using Windows 8. So I'm telling you, folks, ransomware is one of those viruses that will sit and wait, and it continues to calculate, and it continues to add more stress than none. So when you're thinking you're saving money by not upgrading your systems, think again. The AI now, with AI in place, ransomware these days, AI is driving attacks like crazy right now. Okay? Supply chains are getting attacked. Okay? A lot of people are not making sure their systems are being backed up. They all say that, all we have is documentation, or we're logging onto the web and to an interface. Folks, I'm telling you, if your PC is getting online, you're going to get infected. It doesn't matter how much information you have. It doesn't matter if you're sitting here logging on to even QuickBooks and just doing a couple of invoices, you will still get exploited. It will exploit your QuickBooks file. I've seen it also where it's actually deactivated your version or deactivated your license of QuickBooks. And then it changes your license to a free license, which means you don't currently have a copy of QuickBooks. I've seen that happen at a church. Okay? So what I'm telling you is the financial devastating things that ransomware can do to you just from the face of it, and you have no idea. And folks, stop acting like you know what the hell to do in IT. Every time I turn around, I get some Tom, Dick, or Harry telling me, oh yeah, I used to do IT back in the day and this and that. Man, screw you. You don't know what is going on today. And I get that. I'm not discrediting you. I'm not taking that away from you. But what I'm telling you is, my example, when my tooth hurts, I know I can go I try to soothe it by rubbing it. I try to soothe it by put some warm heat on it or put some oral gel on it, right? I try to clean it up or do that. Do I call myself a damn dentist? No, I don't. I don't know it all. So just because I can stop my pain temporarily doesn't mean I'm a damn dentist. So my point to you is, stop acting like you know what IT is and you don't practice it now. If you don't practice IT and do cybersecurity and work with compliance and work with all the threats and stuff today, please stop bringing up the point that you know IT, because your IT knowledge is obsolete. and you have no idea. And you know why I know you have no idea? It's because you're working with outdated stuff. That is the main thing. I get so many people. Okay? This same chiropractor last month tried to tell me he used to be a network engineer. Kudos. I'm going to clap my hands to you. Good job, man. But guess what? That don't help you right now because you're over here running with Windows 10 Home Edition and Windows 8 and a Windows 2003 server and have no idea what the hell is going on, but you're a network engineer. Please, save all that. Allow the expert to be the expert. I'm not the expert in the damn dentist. I'm not the expert in the chiropractor. My damn back hurts or my waist hurts or whatever. I'm coming to you, Doc, I need you to tell me what we can do to help get me fixed so I can feel better. I'm not going to come in there and try to tell you how to do your job. So it kills me when people say that. So when people say that, I look at them, I'm like, okay, I got you. No problem. And everybody wants everything done the cheapest way. Well, guess what? You know what the cheapest way is? The cheapest way to doing IT is this. You find a partner to partner with. You have that partner maintain and watch and make sure they do all the backups. They manage that stuff for you. That's how you make it cheaper for yourself. In the beginning, when you're doing upgrades, it's always going to hit the pocket. So there are always a couple of ways to doing it. But what I'm telling you folks is if people always want to know about how to do this, the cheapest way and all of that, look, the impact on businesses when ransomware comes into play, you're talking about reputational damage, financial loss, operational disruption, even legal consequences. I just told you this chiropractor, his internal office was down for 7 days. He still tried to see patients, but he really couldn't because he couldn't get exams going on. He couldn't do any exams because the machine was down. So that's operational disruption. People sit here and say that they have nothing, like it's okay, and it's not. So if you want it done the right way, if you want it done to make sure it's maintained, look, IT, cybersecurity these days, it's not cheap. And I'm going to tell you firsthand again, when we talk about things, I'm going to help you get to where you need to be. I'm going to make sure the compliances that you specifically have to follow are there and maintained because we help manage your risk. That's what we do. And I tell you, again, that's how I can help you. How I can help you is we're doing employee training, right? We do employee training to make sure you understand what threats look like when they try to come. Yeah, people say, I don't open up emails. I don't open up all the emails. That still doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you don't open up all the emails. What happens is what comes into your database. Because as soon as it comes into your database and it comes into your network, now you're infected. There's a lot more to it than certain things you think that it is. Yeah, I just want to open my email. That's not it. Doing a comprehensive CSRA, a cybersecurity risk assessment, you are required by law, by the government, to have what is called penetration testing being done on a monthly basis. You are required to have a cybersecurity risk assessment to show that you are doing your due diligence to make sure you're keeping your clients' information safe. It doesn't matter if you're doing construction, photography, dental, CPAs, insurance companies, IT. It doesn't matter what field you're in. You have due diligence to keep those things safe. Otherwise, there are hefty penalties when that stuff happens. We can also make sure that your compliance assurance has been made. We make sure that you have cybersecurity insurance. So many people don't even realize they don't have cybersecurity insurance. They say, "Oh yeah, we got insurance, we got cover, we got business insurance." Business insurance and cybersecurity insurance are two different policies. They're two different. They're not riders. They're not a rider where you can just add on a cybersecurity policy or a cybersecurity rider. You got to have an actual policy. So many people don't know it. They get it all wrong. But again, these are the things. These are the reasons why you choose us to partner with you to be able to help you with these things. I have a team. I don't personally do this. I have a team. I got technicians that are on standby every day, all day long, that attend to your needs. I have people in my office personnel that tend to your needs. We make sure you have end-to-end services, meaning your PCs, your printers, everything is up to par and buttoned down, working like it needs to be. We make sure you put costs tailored to exactly what you need, not what we think you need. See, a lot of people, when they go buy a brand new computer, all these brand new computers have all these softwares inside of it, and it packs up the PC and eventually slows it down. We don't do that. We only provide you systems that we know that you have to be compliant with. So when we provide estimates and quotes to you about system upgrades or what needs to happen, it's specifically because we've done our homework on what your business needs. Okay? We've been in business here for over 23 years. We're BBB A+ accredited. We're licensed. We're incorporated. We provide 24/7, 365 support. Well, folks, that's going to be the end of our Security Smarts session for today. Hey, next week, please stay tuned. We have a lunch and learn, okay? We got a lunch and learn series going on from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come on out, jump on the online, or you can come in here in person to see us. We're going to teach you and show you how to avoid a $1 million penalty for every CPA, insurance person, enrolled agent. It doesn't matter. You're not going to want to miss this. This is very, very imperative, folks. Very imperative. We're going into February. This is the last day of January for us on our weekly Security Smarts. We will see you here next week. Well, next week we won't have one because we're going to have a live lunch and learn series, but we'll see you the following week as we continue to educate you on how we can help you stay safe in 2025. Have a good one.